Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy GZTV, and we are back with another YouTube video. And this marks a new era because we're starting a new series on this channel known as GZ News. It is pretty much the drama alert of music and pop culture and whatnot. We're going to be discussing a bunch of news stories that came out today, giving my opinions on them. This is a new thing. I think it can definitely be long-term for the channel. Just a bunch of issues and news that we're going to talk about. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. Starting with the Sha'Carri Richardson reportedly failing her drug test and could miss the Olympics. Now, I later saw an update that she could possibly make it to the Olympics because her suspension, I believe, is wearing off like the 27th of this month, and the Olympics start in like her event, I think, starts in like August or something. But it's still a messed up situation because, like, they're treating marijuana as a performance-enhancing drug. And although I don't really like marijuana, I'm not an advocate for marijuana. It's definitely a stress reliever. It's definitely a feel-good drug that a lot of athletes need. And I understand, like, in other countries, like, they don't allow weed, and it's like an advantage. I don't see it that way. Some people see it that way, but I definitely don't. I think this is wrong. They're in the wrong for this. I think marijuana should be normalized, matter of fact, in sports. Like, a lot of mental health issues go into this. You know, advocates like Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan, who I'm familiar with on like the NBA plays, have talked a lot about it. It's really important that these athletes sustain a stable mental health or a stable mentality, because you got to compete on the highest level, and you don't want anything hindering your performance, hence using marijuana. I think it's a really good resort for these guys, and I just think it's wrong. I don't know. I don't really have a lot else to say about it. We're going to move on to NASA discovering underground lakes located on Mars. You know, we're continuing the space search. We're continuing to see if we can inhabit Mars. And they found underground lakes, which is a sign that there is water on the planet. They didn't think there was as many water as we have figured out today. But hey, we're making steady improvements. I mean, it's kind of cool to see. I mean, it's not music related or sports related, but it's really cool to see that happen. G Herbo dropped 25, the album. You know, we did a reaction to that today. I don't know how long I'm going to talk about each topic, because it seems like we have quite a bit of topics to talk about. It was a pretty good album. I'm really excited for him. I watched the Sneaker Shopping episode with Complex. That was pretty cool. Shout out to G Herbo. I'm happy for him. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but I'm happy for him. Next, we're going to talk about the FaZe Clan situation. They dropped K. They suspended Jarvis, Nikon, and Tico after their cryptocurrency scam. Unfortunate news, because, you know, FaZe K is an OG FaZe Clan member. If you're an OG fan, you know, like, he is an OG member, and it sucks to see him go. But hope the best. I mean, they're in the wrong. They definitely are, but it really sucks to see him go. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Jarvis, Nikon, Tico, those are all really big members. So is K, of course. They're really big members, and yeah, that sucks. You know, cryptocurrency has their good and bad things. You know, it's good because people can invest at a young age and, you know, get a fortune off of it, which I'm pretty for that, but there's the bad part where you can scam people, and that's exactly what happened with FaZe Clan. I don't know if they're going to recover from that, but yeah. Future reveals why he hasn't been posting on Instagram. He doesn't want to reveal the fits. I don't know. This was kind of random. I saw this somewhere. He posted a video on Instagram about him. I don't want to show all my drip on the gram, but Future, are we going to get a solo effort again this year? We got High Off Life last year. I mean, I would say give him some time, but he is the mixtape god. He drops year. He most of the time drops like twice a year, so that's why I'm hoping maybe we can get an album. I don't know if he's performing at any festivals, but if he is, yeah, possibly. Snot is back with a new single, Red. I think the last song he dropped was Tell 'Em. Snot just drops this new song, and stay tuned on this channel because we will definitely be reacting to that once it appears on our schedule. I have my whole schedule mapped out for this week, which I'm really excited for because I was kind of worried about what content I was going to post. Bitcoin billionaire dead after drowning off the coast of Costa Rica. R.I.P. Mercy Popescu. I'm assuming he's Costa Rican. Bitcoin billionaire. He apparently invested into the company at a very young age and passed away. So that is very unfortunate. Again, I know that's not music or none of that related, but this is just news. Like, you guys are getting a bunch of news stories I've been seeing. I think it's really interesting because as I'm reading through these, it's going to inform myself and is also going to inform you guys. This is very interesting. Aiden Ross just had a Instagram live. He's pressing Ross. That's other news too. Aiden Ross and Ricegum having beef. I'm not going to be the drama alert. I'm not going to point out every YouTube beef, but that's worth noting because I follow Aiden and I mess with his content. Master P's son, Hershey Miller, signs a $2 million deal the day after the NCAA rule change. I would talk about that, but that happened a couple days ago. Shout out to D-Stroing for being an advocate for profitable athletes and endorsement deals for athletes. He really pioneered that. Shout out to him, though. Hershey Miller getting a bag. I like it. I like college players getting money before the NFL or pros, because if you don't make the pros, you have endorsement money for being good in college. Like, yeah. Southside teases Drip Season 4 as Gunna's next project. As I said before, a lot of artists are dropping in the coming weeks of this month, and this could possibly be a time where Gunna drops. I'd really like to see him perform. By the way, I'm going to Lollapalooza. If you don't watch my normal content, I've said that many times, but yeah. Drip Season 4, that's going to be kind of fire. GZA the Genius x Louis Vuitton release a Liquid Swords music video. Liquid Swords, a very legendary album from GZA. GZA is an insanely good rapper. He's a legend from the Wu-Tang Clan. Louis Vuitton giving him some props. That's cool. Glock 9 and Hot Boy are suspects in a 9-month investigation called Operation X-Force. A lot of rappers getting locked up lately, most of them from these racketeering charges. When I first heard the Meek Mill Drake on Rico, I didn't think that meant what it meant, but it's about racketeering charges. I had no idea. Like, I started to realize that once people were talking about Rico charges and stuff. I was like, what? And lately, Migos, Tyler the Creator, and Polo G, they've been going up in the music game. Shout out to them. I just wanted to take the time to shout them out real quick. Big 30, I don't really know about that. Kim Kardashian explains to her daughter why she is famous. That's a very interesting headline. If you guys know how she got famous, pretty hard to explain to someone that young. It's crazy that Ray J was involved with that still. The Weeknd and Angelina Jolie sparked dating rumors. Now look, I don't want to sound like Entertainment Tonight, but this is some tea right here. Brad Pitt is punching the air right now. Abel, a.k.a. The Weeknd, wow, he's pulling. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable, actually. I don't know. I didn't expect that. Machine Gun Kelly honors Mac Miller by changing the Good News film title. So he had a film titled Good News, and he changed it to honor Mac Miller. Shout out to him. I'm not a big fan of MGK, but that's a very honorable thing to do. A very respectable thing to do. Yeah. Section 80 dropped 10 years ago today. One of my favorite Kendrick Lamar projects. Shout out to Kendrick. That project was amazing. Conceptually, it had good messages on it, all that stuff. Really good album. I've done a review on my TikTok, so check that out. Boz announces a new single, The Jackie, featuring J. Cole and Lil TJ, so you guys get a little preview at what kind of new music we are going to be getting next Friday. J. Cole, Lil TJ, and Boz. I expected Boz and J. Cole to make a song about Lil TJ with J. Cole. Lil TJ is definitely going up. Wow, give him props for getting a collab with J. Cole. Not a lot of artists have that, that's crazy. Now we get to the big tea of the day. Lil Uzi Vert reportedly flashed a gun at St. John in an altercation. Apparently, we'll get into the details of the story in a little bit, but Lil Uzi Vert has to use a gun because he's 5'10", and he probably can't defend himself against a guy like St. John. St. John looks freaking jacked, by the way. Hot Boy on the run from police, wanted on RICO charges. Again, we talked about that a little earlier. Logic just dropped a new single called Vaccine after dropping intro on the YS collection. Man, oh man, Logic has been on fire lately. I'm really excited to listen to that single. That will also be coming out as a reaction. It's funny. Visit the COVID-19 Information Center for Vaccine Resources. The track is called Vaccine. That's happy birthday, Vince Staples. His self-titled project is dropping next Friday, so that's another preview into what type of music is coming out next Friday. I'm very excited because I've heard a lot of Vince Staples features on like Earl Sweatshirt's music. I really like him. I really like his features. We're going to be doing some first listens to a couple of his albums in this week, so that's some more content news. So make sure you guys tune into that. It's going to be fun. Here's more about the Lil Uzi Vert story. Lil Uzi Vert reportedly pulled up on St. John because he was with his ex, Brittany Bird, which we know he's talked about Brittany Bird on a lot of tracks. Very heartbroken by the breakup they had. Apparently St. John was doing business with her. I don't know what for. I don't even know what Brittany Bird is like famous for, if she's a model. I have no freaking clue. But apparently they were doing business, and Uzi wasn't fond of it. It was written by Nas, dropped 25 years ago. Yeah, a really classic project in Nas's catalog. Yeah, it's a good project. I don't really have too much to say. And by the way, this series, because of the NBA, is probably going to be an every other day thing. So stay tuned to that. Cop plays Taylor Swift off of his phone in hopes that a protester's video of him would be pulled for copyright. Now that is thinking outside of the box. I don't really like cops because of the stigma going around about them, but that's smart. I mean, apparently a protester was making a video of him, so he pulled out his phone and played Blank Space by Taylor Swift. That's kind of funny. You can't lie. Brittany Bird is reportedly into the hospital after Lil Uzi Vert assaulted her. So now what happened was the story changed. I think they talked to her manager or something, and Brittany's manager, and her manager said that she got like assaulted by Uzi, like punched or something. She's in the hospital so pray for her. Uzi, this is not a good look. It definitely isn't. I'm sure you're trying to drop music soon, and this is not a good look. This is not good promo. I'm playing. Lil Uzi Vert's ex tells cops he pointed a gun at her and struck her. So, like, that's very toxic. I'm not even gonna lie. Uzi, that is extremely toxic. Very dramatic turn of events going on today. I don't know what's popping up on my computer. I'm gonna try to make this video 15 minutes. Uzi, I don't know what you're thinking, my guy, but this is not a good move for you. I don't know. Uzi's going to get charged, too, so I don't know. This is really bad for Uzi. Anything else I missed? Happy birthday to Saweetie. I mean, I don't really care about Saweetie, but we saw Jack Harlow hit on her at the BET Awards. That's cool. She used to date Quavo. She's 28. She just came up like a couple years ago. What else do we got here? Toosii continues his run with new track Hard Cold. Now, I don't think I'm going to react to this track just because there's so much music that came out. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Let me know if you guys like this series. Because I think it's pretty fun to post about it. If you want to know all the other RICO charges, Casanova Wife and Lucci Glock 9 Hot Boy are like the guys in that RICO circle. And a lot of people on social media are talking about that failed marijuana test too, like Damian Lillard and Odell Beckham. A lot of athletes talking about it, talking about their experience with marijuana. That's a big issue. I probably should have talked about that a little more longer, but yeah. Oh, also, one last thing. Tyler, for all you Tyler fans, me included, I have a bunch of CDs in the back, but yeah, he sold 177K first week, which is his record. So shout out to Tyler, the creator, for doing that. My man is going up. He's getting the recognition he deserves, and I can't wait to see him in Lollapalooza. Yeah, that's great. That album's great. It's album of the year for me, and I'm not even being biased. So really good features, really good production, really good concept. Really some of his best tracks on there. So yeah, that's the video for GZ News. These are usually going to be like 15 minutes, so leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that. GZTV. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and let me give you guys the schedule of what I'm going to do tomorrow. So we're listening to Brent Faiyaz and Drake's track. We're listening to IDK and Young Thug's track, and then we're going to have an NBA recap, of course, because we have Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Bucks and Hawks. You don't want to miss it. So great content coming out tomorrow. Some short videos, but